Hello, we are live. Hey,
So y'all can hear us better this time if you're watching.
Look, listen, y'all. We did something special for y'all today. Look, you all get us with mood lighting.
Ooh.
I know.
Why would that be?
No, because we're coming to you live from Monroe's restaurant right here on North 19th Street in Monroe.
Okay, hot dog. North 19th. There's an actual restaurant called Monroe's.
Yeah.
It's
North
named
19th.
after the city, right? Okay.
Yes,
I love
that's
it.
it. That's it.
There's a bit of history to this place, isn't there?
Yeah, and actually we are gonna have Roy Arthur. Come on over, Roy.
Come on.
What's up?
Hey, we got Roy Arthur sitting down with us. He is the owner of this fabulous establishment. So
Yes,
we are
yes.
live.
Happy
All
that
right.
you-
How's everybody today?
Good.
Well, how are you,
Everybody's
sir?
good.
All
We're
right.
hungry.
Okay.
We got
Hey,
our
we can
orders
take care of you.
in, and yeah, we're just waiting on our food. So, tell us, Ryan had just made the comment that there's a little bit of history behind this place. So, tell us about Monroe's.
Well, it was Monroe's Steakhouse back in the latter part of the 70s and the early 80s. And it was really a hot spot. And it was the place to be. And it was known for its salad bar. Everybody loved the salad bar. And along with the food, it was mainly steaks, Hawaiian chicken, and teriyaki sirloin. And the teriyaki shrimp. So what we did is we just, at nighttime, we kind of copied that menu, and that's what we do, other than the salad bar. I just did not have room, plus with COVID, I'm just not a big fan of the salad bar.
Understandable.
And I have a friend that had salad bars in his restaurants that he was a market manager for, and he said it was kind of a issue with people going to salad bars. So we just kind of just do our own thing with salads.
Yeah.
Kind
sounds
of what they
good.
carried on their salad bars. So
Yeah.
with the frozen plates, we do serve salads on our frozen plates.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, Cameron is trying out that teriyaki shrimp.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and that's been a popular dish along with that Hawaiian chicken. So, and teriyaki sirloin, we only serve it at lunch. And
Okay.
so far so good. And then the dessert is the mud pie. So, and that was another.
Oh yeah,
That was
Ryan,
another.
that's
That was
what
a,
you-
that was another
yeah.
big. That was
Yes.
another big item for them. But there's some other items on the dinner menu that they didn't carry. But it's still that was just the place to be. So.
And
but-
now today, it's the place to
Well,
be.
let me tell you, we have been busy. I'm not gonna lie, we have been busy. So, which, I'd like to, thank the public for that. So
Yeah.
they have been very good to us. And but anytime, you support local, that's very important. And
Yeah, absolutely.
you have to be thankful, to the community for that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're here today and fully in support of you. I ordered the muffalettas. So, and listen, what I'm hearing about these fries, like they're spectacular.
Well,
so I am anxiously awaiting.
You have to hand it to John. Our chef here is John McKnight, and he came to me. He was, matter of fact, he worked here before when it was Sage, and then he moved off to California. And then he came to me and said, "Hey, I'm moving back in town, and I'm looking for a cooking position." And we talked, and when we were selecting the steaks from 3 of our food distributors, I put him up to the test, and he has far succeeded.
Well, great. Well, we're looking forward to trying it. And for those of you who have not been to Monroe's, we sent Cameron out, and Cameron was able to grab some footage of the restaurant. The vibe here is really cool. I would love to come back in the evening time.
Yes.
Where you could sit outside, because that area is so chill.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, so
you know,
chill.
and the appetizer right there, the Brussels sprouts, very hot item.
Right. I knew I ordered well. Y'all
Yeah,
were
Oh,
trying to
that
tell me.
looks
You did,
so
you
good.
Y'all were trying to talk about me like, oh, he's trying to eat too healthy, but I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh, that
Oh,
You did
That's
it
but,
right.
really good.
and then again, that's John's baby. It's Fried Brussels sprouts just for a minute. He puts
Oh,
a
my
feta. He
goodness.
puts feta and a glaze that he makes, and he's into his glazes. I'm not gonna mind.
Oh my
I'm not gonna
gosh,
lie.
y'all, here comes mine.
That,
Oh my God, y'all look at this.
That looks
You know, that-
magnificent.
that muffaletta is on
Oh
a.
my gosh, I mean, can you, y'all just check that out. And see, and then you have to watch me eat this.
That's
on-
right.
on-
And then-
She's not going to talk anymore. She's just
Oh
going to
my
It's our
gosh,
show
that
now.
is
Right,
yeah,
right.
and see, and that muffaletta is on a good Laudenheimer.
Oh my goodness,
bun.
y'all, this
And
is
so-
such a huge sandwich.
And just think about it, that's only a half, and that's a quarter, that's a half.
Oh my
and,
goodness.
that's pretty good lunch size.
Yes.
All right, so
Can
we're
we stop
gonna,
the show now because I'm just ready to
Yeah,
eat.
y'all. I'm gonna let y'all eat.
oh, that's good. We're gonna cut to some video so that you all can check out Monroe's.
Yeah, right.
10 seconds.
We're gonna cut to some video so you all can see what Monroe's looks like. And Roy, thank you for allowing us to host our podcast here, or have our podcast here this
Absolutely.
morning, and for coming on and talking with us about
Right.
Monroe's.
Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all.
Okay, we're back, and everybody's got a mouthful.
Yes.
I may need some elbow room.
To really dig in.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we can spread out now. We got a little bit more room.
Okay.
Welcome back, y'all. And
Yes.
it's still the morning blend, and we still have our opening question. And
Don't-
so
I just wonder,
today,
don't you all wish that you could be here with us and join? Everybody, just come on the road with us. Maybe that's the next thing to do.
That's
Yes.
the thing. That's the thing right there. Y'all, these french fries really are good.
oh
my
yeah, they
gosh.
look delicious.
Yeah, these are some nice perks, working. Perks.
Right.
So-
Are you the chef?
I am the chef.
Come on over.
Oh,
Yes.
Hey, I gotta be quick.
Come on in. Come on in.
Wow.
You can just say hi to the camera.
This
This
How are
is
y'all?
who cooked our fabulous lunch today.
So
This is
good.
amazing. These Brussels sprouts are ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
so,
mean-
so those Brussels sprout recipe, I didn't follow it all the way through my chef in California, but I took his example and just made it my own. So the vinegar and the syrup and the salt just kind of just mellow together. It's just a great thing. You know?
If you don't like vegetables, come here. You'll love the vegetables here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Chancellor, this is a vegetable you will eat.
Yes.
I guarantee
Definitely
it.
Brussels sprouts.
The shrimp too is so flavorful. It's like so like an intense flavor that's just delicious.
Well, that's because, a lot of places, especially around here, they cook their shrimps really fast, really hard.
Yeah.
And just to get it out. Everything that I do here, I like to take our time. We have a small enough menu that we're able to take time and make sure that it's correct before it goes out. We're not trying to push something out just to sell it. We want an experience. We don't want you leave not happy.
Absolutely. It's like the slow food moment, right? As opposed to fast food. You
Correct.
Know, slow food.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
what
that.
that's what
I
I like
like
to
it.
that's what I like to tell people. It's like, don't come here expecting to be in and out. Lunch,
Right.
yes, we can get it done pretty fast, but like for dinner, plan on being here for about 30,
Yeah.
45 minutes. You know what I mean? Just plan on it because the experience is going to be worth it.
I
And
like
the
that.
atmosphere is so nice to enjoy while you're here too. Like I would
Yeah.
want to be here for a few hours having dinner,
Heck yeah.
So
it's
you're
nice.
serving an experience. You're not serving just a meal.
No.
You're serving an
I am.
experience.
I am. That's what it comes from because food has always been an experience for me from growing up, and it just runs deep in my family. So it's easy to get there and just cook and just put food out. It's another thing to actually serve an experience with it. So,
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking time out to come sit with
oh,
us
you're
for a
welcome.
second.
I'm gonna go grab this chicken for it, Byron.
Take care. Yes, sir.
Well, that was awesome.
Again, if you didn't know, we're at Monroe's on North 19th Street, enjoying a fabulous lunch. I can't say enough about how great these vegetables are. Yes, Chancellor, it is green, but it's
Actually,
drizzled
it looks
in a
brown.
great sauce, right? And it's been kind of almost blackened. It almost looks like it's
Yes.
Brussels sprouts at Monroe's. Y'all need to check that out for sure, as well as everything else.
That
that's out
sauce
here.
looks so rich.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. We do have a question of the day.
Yes,
And we
our
will get into
opening
some
question.
business, right?
Yes.
We have people
Yeah.
watching and they want to know, okay, what are we watching for besides Monroe? So-
Yes, absolutely. So, it's a morning blend, and I feel like it could be the apocalypse, but we'd still be on this show answering an opening question. So, our opening question for today, which I really love asking people this question, is what is your dream travel destination?
Oh,
It's a good question.
for me, I'd like to hit up Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Tell us about
I
it.
want to go to Spain.
Yes,
Okay.
Barcelona.
Interesting.
I mean, so rich. I mean, of course, every place is rich with culture because it's uniquely themselves. So some areas are a melting pot like the U.S., but man, it just seems like it would be so fabulous to be in Barcelona.
I think there's some great architecture, of course, culture as well. Probably
The food.
Probably end up dancing at some point. Does your husband dance? Okay.
Oh,
We gotta
good.
get that.
We're party people.
Okay. Is there any
You may not
evidence
can
from-
tell it in public because we
Right.
have our public selves,
Right.
but we also have our very private selves that like to party.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, my family, we like to watch the shows that talk about island life and all the classic type things. So we've also seen some like shows that are, look at places like, cold weather places and things like that. But dream vacation, I think in the short term is definitely going to lean towards an island like Hawaii or something like that. Short term, still in the continental U.S., but then maybe something like Fiji or something way out there,
Right.
where you really
I've never
could get
been to
lost
Fiji,
on
but
the other
it
side
seems
of,
beautiful.
yeah, of the world. That
Different
kind
kind of
Hey,
tropical.
you wouldn't have to
Yeah.
buy your water. Fiji.
Oh.
Yeah.
of thing. So that I think that's what our kind of dream destination at the moment would be, is the typical island type of destination.
Yeah, absolutely. And normally I would be with you, Ryan, because I really like the beach and tropical destinations.
Yes, she does.
But I think for my dream, kind of pie in the sky kind of dream destination would be, I want to say a tour of Europe, but I feel like that's cheating. So I'm going to go ahead and say Italy.
Oh,
Okay.
why would that be cheating when you say a tour of Europe? Why would that be cheating?
I don't know. I know it's like a
y'all.
destination question, but if I could have my dream, vacation or just traveling plans, it would be to do an art history tour of all the stuff in Europe. Go to the Louvre in Paris. Go to all of the old churches in Italy from the Byzantine era. Just all that stuff because and see the Sistine Chapel, the ceiling.
I didn't know you
So.
were an art
Oh,
buff.
wow. Yeah, me either.
So I'm a little bit of a nerd about it. I don't get to, kind of indulge in it as much for time-wise anymore, but I have to see that stuff before I die, y'all, because it is just rich with culture in the Western world, and it's so important. And some of these paintings are the size of the wall.
Yeah.
You study them in school, and you don't know how big they are. It's kind of like the Mona Lisa.
You studied them in school.
Oh, I studied them in school. And
No,
you
I
don't
took
know how
art
big they
history,
are,
too.
but seeing those things, especially really old stuff. I love really old stuff, like the first ever sculpture to ever be found, all that stuff. So I think that would be my dream vacation, and I would have to drag Jake with me because that is not his
That
dream
would
vacation.
not be his dream vacation.
No.
Maybe that's a girls' trip or something else.
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
I think it's more of a girl's trip.
Yeah, I don't think Lawrence would be that down for going out of the country. He's just not an out of the country type of person, but I would love to go to Barcelona.
Absolutely. And speaking of traveling, y'all, this is a little off topic, but I got my passport in yesterday because
Yes.
I'm going to Jamaica for my honeymoon.
Oh, I didn't know we even had a spot picked out.
Yes, we
I
got
said we
it.
like I'm going.
Y'all are on the planning committee. No, we're going to
They need
Jamaica.
escorts, Ryan.
That's right. You gotta behave in Jamaica.
Right. We're going to a sandals resort, and I have never had a passport before, y'all. And it came in the mail yesterday. I was so excited.
All right.
Proud.
Congratulations.
Yay! Thank you. But yeah.
Yeah, okay, I just want to
Yeah,
throw it
I
out
mean, you know, we can't go an episode without mentioning it, right?
there. That's great. Well, don't
But
feel
that is
bad
great.
about
So you
the
won't have to.
passport. My daughter is the first one in our household to get a passport. And she
Really?
went overseas. She went to Ireland as part of a
Oh
school trip.
my gosh, what a trip.
Yeah, so they did well, but I'm slacking. I need to get my passport because you got to have a passport to go to Canada.
Canada, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You can't
Yeah.
do a driver's license anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our dream spots.
Yes, absolutely. And next thing we're going to talk about is what can you do here if you're not traveling? You know,
That would be a staycation.
yeah, a little bit of a staycation, some, different local events that make you feel like you're a tourist, but you're not. But you still save that money by not
Look,
traveling because
I have
there are a lot of local events.
There are, I was about to say, I have a whole list I can shoot off. And look, if a great place to be able to find out what the local happenings are is hitting up the Discover Monroe, West Monroe website. I don't remember the website URL, but if you just Google Discover Monroe, West Monroe, you'll be able to get there pretty quickly because that's where I pull these things off. So starting this week, there is something called Scripture Through Many Eyes at the Beadenharn Museum and Gardens on Riverside Drive in Monroe. That's actually, happening June 18th through all the way through December. So, I mean, it's no rush to do it, but, if that's something you want to kind of make a mental note of or write it down to check it out. The admission is $10 for adults and $5 for students. If you want to just go hang out and check out the museum itself, the Bible Museum, it's $5. Also, there is hip hop cardio
Fun.
with Hot Boy Fitness, and that's going to be at the Johnson Community Center. That is happening on June 18th from 6 to 8 p.m., and that's $5 a class. I would love that because, see, that wouldn't feel like exercise to me.
It just feels fun.
Yeah, it would just be fun.
So this one, I have it up, is the Scripture Through Many Eyes. Just bringing that back. Beadenharn Museum and Gardens. And you said that was June 18th to December 30th. And then let's see, we'll just do this live on the air.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Top cardio. Fitness.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, there we go.
June 18th again. Okay. Good deal. So that's what everybody's seeing right now.
Awesome. And then there is I thought this was interesting, a fiber artist meetup downtown Monroe on Art Alley.
Cool.
Oh, here it is.
There it is. So you can see the details right there.
June 19th, 5:30 to 8 p.m., 131 Art Alley, Monroe, Louisiana, 71201. And guess what? Admission is free. Now, apparently, this is...
I love those kind of admissions.
Right. That's the best kind. You just show up because you might not know if you really want to take part in it. So just being able
You don't know how invested you're going to be, you
Right,
know?
exactly. You don't want
Right.
to put money down, right? So
Right.
just check it out. But this event actually happens every third Wednesday of the month, believe it or not.
So if you miss this
Awesome.
one, you can catch it next month. It
And
comes
they're
around once a month.
always free. They're always free. So that's good.
Wonderful.
And again, fiber art is a fine art style that uses textiles such as fabric, yarn, and natural and synthetic fibers. Bring your work in progress, supplies, and a positive attitude and helpful tips. All skill levels are welcome.
So
So
even
that is
if
really
you
cool.
crochet or knit or sew, that falls under your umbrella for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and so,
If you didn't know, now you know.
yep, Juneteenth is June 19th.
Okay.
And there is a Juneteenth celebration at the Family Garden at the Children's Coalition, or in the Family Garden at the Children's Coalition. There it is, right there.
All right. Found it. Here we go. Family Garden, Wednesday, June 19th, 6 to 8 p.m. There's story time, kids packs. You get to go home with a nice little treat. There'll be snacks. This is at 117 Hall Street in Monroe. Come
Again.
on out, celebrate Juneteenth.
Admission is free.
Admission is
And there are quite a few Juneteenth celebrations across the city and across the area, really. So, so that's one. Also happening on June 19th at Enoch's. Have y'all had burgers at Enoch's?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, they're 2 for $1 on Tuesdays. It's like the best time to go.
Okay.
Their burgers are really good. But anyway, karaoke.
Fun.
Y'all like karaoke?
Karaoke can be
I
fun.
like to go watch other people.
Yeah, you're not
I
going
don't
to
want to participate, but
You're going to be a judge, like one of the harsh judges that say,
no,
it could
I
go
am
better."
just going to sit back and enjoy it and laugh at other people. But karaoke is happening at Enoch's Wednesday, June 19th. And Enoch's Irish Pub is on Louisville Avenue. I didn't see a time for that though.
Apparently 8 to 11
Okay.
on June 19th.
Awesome.
So go check it out.
Okay, so you know that West Monroe has that new facility.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's where they play
Yeah,
sports, right?
Exactly. And
Volleyball?
so, the West Monroe Sports and Events Complex. So they're having a pickleball night.
Now this is interesting, pickleball. Now we'll talk about when it's going to happen. You can see it up on your screen as well. But tell me, what is all the rage about pickleball? Have you played it? Like, do we know
I have-
anybody that's played it?
Hannah Ron plays pickleball.
Hannah Ron plays pickleball.
She will convert you because I've been wanting to do it ever since she's told me about it.
So is this like, if I'm not good at tennis, will I be okay at this? We need somebody who's an expert.
I think it's tennis, but with a lot less area to cover. So
Oh, that's nice.
you
I
don't
like that
have to
idea.
be like an Olympic athlete going from one end of the court to the other. I think it's a smaller court.
Okay, that could work. Apparently June 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. Pickleball nights admission is $5. I'm going to assume that you don't have to have a team. You can register and then they'll just maybe connect you with someone else of
Is that a
similar
team
skill set.
sport?
I thought
Or is it
was.
an individual sport? I don't know. I know
I
nothing
always thought there were
about
two
pickleball.
people on the court at one time.
Yeah, I think it's like one person against another person. So that's different than tennis.
Maybe I'm
too.
thinking
It's
about
like
pickleball
singles.
doubles. Maybe there's pickleball. You know who else knows a thing or two about this? And that's Professor Joel Lane. I need to ask him how pickleball works.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so we've been talking a lot of things about adults. We're going to dip back just for a second and hit up something for the kiddos.
Okay. Yeah.
So June 20th from 11 to 4, Northeast Louisiana Children's Museum is having their summer kickoff.
Oh, now this is important because when we talk about summer, I remember being a dad of two very young children, and that was my main mission in life, was to find things for the kids to do.
For the summer.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly. And so every single opportunity, I probably took them to experience something.
Right.
And so it's great that these types of festivities are happening. Northeast Louisiana Children's Museum, summer kickoff, June 20th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is $5. And the description says they're kicking off summer with great fun-filled activities. There'll be popsicles, an ambulance meet and greet. Okay.
Fun.
Meet your EMTs, meet your first responders, story time, Coke floats, outdoor games, and more. So bring your little ones and have a ball. At the Children's Museum, June 20th, 11 to 4.
You know, some little kid is going to decide that day that they're going to be an EMT.
Oh yeah. And then you know how great that is? If they want
That's so
to
powerful.
be an EMT, they can always come to Louisiana Delta Community College.
There you go, because we have the whole program.
That's right.
You can get those skills and go straight to work.
Start to finish. That's right.
All right. I know Lawrence will probably want to do this. I don't think this is going to be a hard sell. This is also at the West Monroe Sports and Events Complex.
Okay.
They're having a TNT Sports Bayou Hoop Fest.
A hoop fest.
Yep.
Okay, now I have a question about this. My main question would be, what are the ages? We've got the graphic up on the screen now. TNT Sports Bayou Hoop Fest, June 22nd and 23rd at the West Monroe Sports and Events Center. I really am curious because there's not a whole lot of information there.
No, and the price isn't there either. But I think I would really enjoy that.
There's a website. I'm thinking, hold on, let's go. Let's just take a dive, why don't we, right?
Okay.
$375. So it's team sport. You get a minimum of 3 scheduled games. Likely there'll be a tournament afterwards to crown the winner if there's a tie. And looks like divisions are for the younger folks, 8 to 19. 8 to 19 years old, boys and girls. So, if you're a weekend warrior, if you're, a hooper that's past his prime like myself, this event is not for you because you're going up against some folks that can run up and down the floor 5 times faster and 5 times longer. Oh, you just. What's
So I'm sorry, I didn't realize your screen was touch screen. So how much is it just to watch to
it?
be a spectator?
I'm going to assume that spectators, since it doesn't have a price here,
It must be free.
must.
If there's no price, it's got to be free.
Yeah.
Well, you got to invite your family and friends to come see you, right? But you never know. I guess you'll find out when you get there. June 22nd and 23rd, cheer on the youth. If you have a child that wants to play, get a team together and enjoy it. I remember this, way back when they used to have a tournament that would come to town called Hoop It Up. When I used to live in New Orleans, there'd be the Hoop It Up tournament.
That's what I don't remember
Or
that.
Planet
But
Hoops, yeah, and you would get your team together, you'd pay a fee, and so I remember being in 6th grade and thought we were going to be the grand champions of all in that deal, and there's some stiff competition, we'll just say that. And it was a 3-on-3, so that's probably what this is as well, so, yeah. Good
so
stuff.
there's lots of good stuff happening. And then the last one that I'm going to share is happening June 22nd, and it is the Murphy's Law live at the VFW.
Oh, fun.
Rodney J. Hobbs Post, 1809. It's a $10 cover charge. So I was checking that out, and I'm thinking, that is pretty interesting. I can't tell. I'm not familiar with Cliff Laurie or Randy. Was it Randy New?
Yeah, Randy New.
I can't. Are they comedians?
All I have to say is you picked this event, so I have nothing for
I
it.
think. I don't know. It
But
looks
it's
like a
family
comedy
friendly.
show. Yeah, it looks like a comedy show.
Yeah.
If I could venture to guess, I'm thinking that it's probably a comedy show.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
excitement, right? You just go and it's an adventure. You don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, amazing. But maybe we can click on the website and get more information. Let's just see. Live on the air. Oh, this is for the VFW itself. Okay, my apologies. But yeah, check it out. Saturday, 7 to 11, $10 tickets. And at the VFW.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
ought to be fun.
Yes.
So y'all, look, that's some stuff happening in and around town.
And there's a few things that I have that are kind of happening in the area if you're not kind of near Monroe. So at Winsboro, they're going to have a pop-up shop in Baskin, Louisiana at the Sawmill venue. It's going to be June 22nd from 10 to 1. So get a little, extra shopping done.
Oh, nice.
A lot of people do their Christmas
like to
shopping
shop.
really early. So could be an opportunity for that. Also, I encourage everybody to look up your local farmers markets because usually in your parish you do have a farmers market available to you. And one, for example, that they do really good about running is one in Crowville, which is near Winsboro, where they have it every Thursday from 3 to 6. So you can get local stuff from local people. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that when it comes to produce.
Crowville, okay.
Yes. And another thing happening, this is near Lake Providence, Poverty Point is having its 10th anniversary celebration as a UNESCO World Heritage Site
let's go. Okay.
this Saturday at 9 a.m. So that's a big deal, y'all.
I was about to say that will probably be a very big deal.
A very big deal. I mean, this is a World Heritage Site, y'all, not a state not a state heritage site, a World Heritage Site. I mean, how many years old is it? Like 20,000 years
It's
old or
gotta be.
something.
I mean, seriously,
Yes.
it's gotta be.
So that's a really cool event happening this Saturday. And then in Tallulah, they're having a Juneteenth Freedom Fest. That'll be June 22nd. It's going to be a 2-day event. June 21st at 5 p.m. and then June 22nd, it'll end around 9 p.m. So I guess they're doing stuff most of the day, all day, June 22nd.
Okay.
So another Juneteenth thing to enjoy. And one thing in Monroe they're having at Forsyth Park is Picnic in the Park. That'll be Thursday, June 27th, from 5:30 to 8 p.m. That was just something that Funroe was working on hosting. And then in Ruston, the community theater is presenting Annie this Thursday. Yes.
They've been working really hard on that production, as they do all of them. And it's
So are y'all gonna check that out, Ryan, being a Rustonite?
Yes. You'll definitely see me and the entire family there. It's always a good show. If you have never seen a Ruston Community Theater performance or production, you owe it to yourself to go to the historic Dixie Theater, downtown Ruston. And while you're there, depending on what time of the day, but yeah, if it's in the evening, check out the restaurants. There's a nice pizza and brewery place right next door to the Dixie. Of course,
That
a few
sounds really
blocks
good.
down, there's a great Italian restaurant called Roma's. And there's just a lot of great things to do. Small downtown area,
Yes.
historic area, but always cute little walks that you can take.
Good shopping too.
Yeah,
Downtown.
lots of boutiques. I apologize.
Ryan said cute.
It's cute. Yeah, so we got more than enough stuff going on, y'all, in our communities. And we're just excited to share it. It's a busy summer, y'all, and I feel like it's really passing us by so quick. But, you know, it's summer. We slow down a little bit.
Yep.
But we also still want to challenge ourselves.
Oh,
And that's why we have our
Transition.
summer school segment.
That's it.
Summer school. So, our summer school segment this time is going to be a word from a friend of mine, Carrie Hefner from the LSU Ag Center. And he is the area horticulturist for Ouachita and a few other parishes. But I used to work with him when I was at the LSU Ag Center, and he's fantastic, very knowledgeable about anything gardening, anything lawn care, anything landscaping. So we're gonna hear a little video, him talking about how to take care of your lawn this summer.
Oh Lord, I need that so badly.
Yes, especially before it gets so hot that
Oh
it dries
my
the lawn
gosh.
up.
And by the way, if anyone knows someone who can come and get my crepe myrtle trees, I have two under control because they are out of control. Please drop it in the box and let me know. I mean, seriously, I'm hurting y'all. Okay.
here we go.
I'm Carrie Hefner. I'm the area horticulture extension agent for Ouachita and 5 other parishes in northeast Louisiana. Maintaining that perfect lawn is a lot more complicated than people might think it is. One common problem I see in just about every home lawn is severe soil compaction, and that can happen from traffic, day-to-day foot traffic across a lawn, or even in the springtime with the frequent raindrops can compact soils down. And when soils get compacted, turf grasses, which are plants, by the way, they're plants just like any other plant. They have stems, leaves, and roots. The roots can't get oxygen and nutrients and water, and the plants become stressed and they start having problems. And when your turf grass gets stressed, that's when you're going to have weeds and other kinds of problems come in. Weeds will get established and actually outcompete your turf grasses, and that's a problem. And so soil compaction, another problem I run into frequently in our area is overwatering. If we go for an extended period without rain, irrigating a lawn is fine, but to irrigate your lawn 3 or 4 times a week is overkill. Our deep south turf grasses photosynthesize like corn and sugar cane and are a little more efficient with water use than a lot of other plants. And so you don't need to water your lawn as frequently as you might think you do. So overwatering is another problem. So you want to make sure you mow at the correct height, and the different species of turf grasses have slightly different requirements just based on the way they grow. So for example, St. Augustine grass is a very popular long grass and will tolerate a few hours of shade. We recommend anywhere from 3 to 4 inches, which is a lot taller than some folks might want to keep their lawns, but that's what will keep the St. Augustine lawn healthy. It will allow it to get established, fill in, and not allow weeds or something else to get established in your lawn. So 3 to 4 inches on St. Augustine. Mowing at a correct height is crucial. If a lot of people scalp their lawn thinking, well, if I mow real short, I won't have to mow again for a while, and that may be true, but you'll also stress your turf grass big time, and that will lead to problems.
Awesome. And if someone wants more information, where can they go?
So you can go to our website, lsuagcenter.com, scroll down to Lawn and Garden, and you'll see all kinds of information on lawn care, the different species of deep south turf grasses, which there aren't that many, and then all the various issues you'll have, the weeds, insect problems, fungal problems. It's all on our website.
All right, and we're back. We're back. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful video. Thank you, Cameron. Credits to Cameron for shooting that, and she is just blossoming right before our eyes. Huh? Video
Just
producer.
growing up.
That's sweet. I try.
I think we could all retire and just let her have the whole thing, right?
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
Right, there you go.
but no, I seriously can't do it without
It takes a team.
That's right.
Yeah, so, this whole summer lawn care thing. You know when you need to drop some grass seeds when you cut your lawn, same time as your neighbors. But 2 days later, yours looks like it needs to be cut again and your neighbors still look good.
How does that happen? How?
Negligence.
I'm not gonna lie, we cut our grass not too long ago, maybe like last week, and with all the rain and whatnot, the weeds, the grass is not growing, but the weeds are just
Yeah,
look like we hadn't touched it.
and we couldn't hear the video, but y'all should definitely, he addresses both of those things. So y'all should go back and take a look at.
I definitely will because I need some help.
I could read up on it all day and listen to advice and whatnot, but will I do it? That's a different story.
Well,
You have
I'm
to
not
love
gonna
the
do
lawn,
it.
right?
I'm
I'm
same
not going to
way.
do it either, but I will hire a landscaper
And then,
and let them do it. Yeah.
Y'all, my parents love gardening, love yard work. It's like a utopia in our backyard. And I just did not get the green thumb. I kill every plant that I have, and it's really just negligence.
I like
you said.
to plant, like whether it be flowers or grow something in the garden, like something like that's a fruit or vegetable. I didn't do that this year, but last year I had all kinds of cucumbers and tomatoes, even small watermelon, which I was happy about that.
Yeah.
But this year I've just completely neglected it. And as far as grass, I know some folks grass and shrubbery is their thing, but it's definitely not mine. I have outsourced that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate those folks that come over and do it. Thank you so much.
Do y'all know what I want to plant this summer? Pumpkins.
Pumpkins?
I want to plant pumpkins for Halloween really bad.
Is it too late or is it?
I think I need to do it within the next few weeks for them to be able to grow.
Well, now we'll have to keep up with where she is with her pumpkins.
Well,
There's always something new and exciting going on at Cameron's
I
life.
love, pumpkin pie, roasted pumpkin seeds. I love carving pumpkins. So, we'll see if it goes
Might be
well. But
cheaper
like
to
I
grow
said, I
your
usually
own than to
kill
go out
stuff.
and buy them.
That's true because pumpkins got expensive.
Everything got expensive.
I was very disappointed last Halloween.
Yeah, everything got expensive. Look, Alicia's my daughter, y'all. Alicia asks for pumpkins every year, and so we go and get the very little.
$5.
Hey, that one's a lot easier to manage. You get a big pumpkin, it's like,
But I don't think you can carve those all that well. You have to just paint on them instead. I don't think you can carve them.
We don't carve.
Okay.
Give her a marker.
I love it. Oh, well.
We don't want to go too far into the future without talking or bringing it back to the summer, right?
Yeah,
I feel like you
exactly.
have something in store for us, Cameron.
I think you have something in store for us, right?
Is that right? All right, let's talk about it.
Sweet eats and treats.
Yes.
Oh, it's the segment Sweet Eats and Treats.
Summer eats and treats.
Yes. Well, as I've said before, it's never too hot or too cold to have a great dessert. Cakes, cookies, and all that. That's what I live for, even though y'all would never know it. I do that in secret.
Seriously.
I eat vegetables in front of y'all, and then I'm at the house like, okay, what else do we have that's... But anyway,
Full of sugar.
Uh-huh.
so anyway,
So that's how you roll.
I've just told on myself. But one thing that I find I've tasted during the summertime when it's hot, and I have to say it's pretty refreshing, and I hope that everybody out there has as well. Is a good glass of sangria. Now, before y'all, I know it's a family show and you know, a college show. Before y'all want to hang me, you don't have to have it with alcohol. Just saying, you can have it, you know, something similar.
I've never
to that.
had it without it, but sangria is really
Yeah, it is. It
And
is.
summery.
Sangria, and it kind of goes along the theme of what you were talking about before. This is why I really did it. It was for Darian. Y'all, I'm gonna say, she said she wanted to go to Barcelona, so I thought, well, why not bring a Spanish treat to the menu that, as we're talking about summertime treats,
Tie it
it's
in.
totally fitting. You know, the first place I ever had sangria
was where?
in New York, in Little Italy.
Ooh.
Okay.
We were walking down the street and, you know, just doing the touristy thing. And we were trying to determine where we were going to eat for dinner. And there was a guy standing out in front of the restaurant, and he had a pitcher of sangria, and he was giving free samples. And that was the first time I ever tasted it. And y'all, it was so...
It was really good.
Yeah, that's where we ate dinner. Got a pitcher.
We have evidence. I see. So, if you want to make your own sangria, though, we took the liberty of looking up a few recipes. They're all over the internet.
They really
Just
are.
wanted to let you know. The first thing, though, the foundation, don't let anybody fool you. The foundation of good sangria, if you're going to go with the alcoholic version, is a good Spanish dry red wine.
Really?
Good dry, especially Spanish dry red wine is key. That's the foundation. And then you can, you know, a lot of times you'll see sangria, it's got fruit chopped up in it.
Yep.
Usually citrus, orange, but sometimes you will have apple in there as well.
Okay.
And then some people like to sweeten it up a little bit. So you'll
I like it sweet.
like, so orange juice, maybe some brown sugar, things like that. And then if you want to add a little bit more liquor to it, then you can do like a little bit of brandy or something like that. Usually goes well with it. Doesn't have to be all that. It's a cold drink, so you cannot forget the ice. Have to have ice, cubed.
In a chilled glass.
Yeah, a chilled glass, and that'd be okay. But if you were the type of person that said, you know what, I don't want the alcoholic content, which is perfectly fine. You can get them without. You can make them without. And instead of that Spanish red wine, you're just thinking about grape juice. Like a dark grape juice. That's all you need. It doesn't have to be boozy per se.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and freshly squeezed lemon and orange, some red grape juice, maybe some white grape juice. Again, your citrus cut up, you know, a little bit. Orange slices, maybe some lemon, maybe some lime, and it all goes well together. And then to cap off a virgin sangria, you could probably do well with some fizzy water or some seltzer or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be
Or a fresca.
ideal.
Bit of fresca with
exactly. So don't take my
That's
word
a
for
good
it.
idea.
Definitely, there's plenty of opportunity out there for you. Just do a quick Google search and you can find whatever your heart desires.
Yeah.
But sangria, whether adult version or kid version, you can have it and it's perfectly fine for the summertime. So that
I
is
may make that
that is it.
virgin version at home.
There you
That'll
go.
be neat.
Yep.
That's some sit on the back porch kind of sipping.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Something
Like-
kind of out of the ordinary,
Yeah,
too.
like a fancy
Yeah.
lemonade or something.
Yeah. I mean, really.
Yeah.
That's really good. You did good, Ryan. That's
Yeah.
great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ryan Sangria. You could.
You never
Ryan,
know.
Ryan this. Yeah, you could do that.
You think I should be a mixologist?
Hey, Brand.
In another
Yes,
life.
absolutely.
Another
Second life.
Okay.
That out life.
Like a cat, like 9 lives. You know, what am I going to do? Okay.
Right.
Let's continue on, shall we?
We can fill all 9 of your lives with a different thing.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, you could
That'll
wear
be
a lot
the
of
next.
hats.
That'll be on the next show.
Yes. Well,
The 9 lives of Ryan.
I'm excited. This is probably my favorite segment that we've come up with for this summer
I'm
series.
just gonna steal a fry. Thank you. So much.
Help
We
yourself.
might need to carry it over to like the regular morning blend because it causes me to read more.
Oh, our summer blend
So
books.
we did our blend books last time, and we're doing it again this time, and it makes me, seek out more books and reading and stuff. So which is great goal for the summer. So
Yes.
Miss Darian, I'm going first.
Go.
I don't know why I said your name, but my book
She's asking permission.
my book that I am reading right now is The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. So this book is really interesting. It's not like your usual kind of, not like a self-helpy book, but not your usual kind of education book. So it's going to be more for, like, the plot of it is more story-driven. And so it helps stick those lessons into your brain more. And it also is kind of poetic in a sense because the people in it are representative of different sides of yourself and different phases of your life. And it just really is encouraging, and it's showing you how you can start your day off and get your life going really right if you just have a good morning routine.
So that's the 5 a.m. club.
Yes, 5
I
a.m.
like it.
I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm gonna finish it before our next blend books because I'm gonna need to find another one. So.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. You gotta figure it out, and you gotta read it and
Right.
be ready to report on it.
No, yes. So
All right. Thank you, Ronnie. So I have 2 this week, y'all.
Uh-oh.
2.
she's better
First
than
one.
us.
Actually, these are, I have, you're seeing the actual book, but I have it as an audio book, which makes it a lot easier to get through because I don't have to make time to sit and read. I
Right.
can listen. And, but the great thing about it is I could hit rewind. Fervent is written by Priscilla Shirer. She is the daughter of Pastor Tony Evans. And she starred in that movie, The War Room. Actually, she has another movie coming out this fall as
Cool.
well. It's sort of a Christian family-based type movie. And so anyways, Fervent is, I'd like to have my books that help keep me grounded and motivated spiritually. And so if that's your motivation as well, this may be a great book for you. Priscilla Shirer talks about, all the things that can help prepare you for your day, prepare you in terms of an individual trying to live, a moral, decent life, in terms of yourself, your family, your other relationships. It's just a very good spiritual help type of book. The second book was more for pleasure because, not that I didn't enjoy that because Priscilla Shirer's book was very helpful, but Lauren Graham, Gilmore Girls.
I love her.
I mean, just need I say more, Gilmore Girls.
Brian's like,
This
what?
is her autobiography, and with the audiobook, it was so great because she was the one who read her book, so you got to hear it in her voice and all of her emotions, and it was so typical Lorelai Gilmore. I mean, she is that character. And so she talks about her life and growing up and all of the, in front of the camera, behind the camera, all of her experience, well, not all of them, but a lot of her experiences. And so you really get to see the personal side of Lauren Graham, who is so much like Lorelai Gilmore.
Yes, that part was made for her, I feel.
Yes, and the title of the book is Talking as Fast as I Can, and because if you are a Gilmore Girl, fan, Lorelai talked a lot and fast, and it's the same way. She does that the same way in her book, and it's just a joy. I mean, like I said, if you're a Gilmore Girls fan, you'll enjoy this book. And if you are a Gilmore Girls fan, you'll love the audio book because you get to hear her in her voice. Also, Fervent by Priscilla Shirer, also in the audio book, read in her own voice, and that was also cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
2 good ones.
That sounds really good. I like those types of autobiographical
I
sketches.
love those too.
And when they're read by the individual. I mean,
It makes a
it's more
difference.
powerful. You know?
Absolutely.
In fact, that made me think of something. Arnold Schwarzenegger had a sort of a reflection, and he had a book called Be Useful. And again, I kind of tend to listen more than I
Really?
read. Yeah, and I listened to it on Spotify, believe it or not, because you can listen to some
A whole book?
on Spotify. Now you can, but there's some caveats to that which we won't get into. But you can, for free, up to a certain amount of time, you can listen. Anyway,
Okay.
so that was one. But the one I was going to talk about today, just briefly, the book. I'm a fan of Paulo Coelho. He's a Portuguese writer. He wrote the book The Alchemist.
I read that.
Yeah.
I have I didn't read it. It's in my library, my audio books. That was really good.
And Jeremy Irons, who narrated that particular one, The Alchemist, was really, I mean, it was perfect. So now I said, well, let me see. It wasn't Jeremy Irons that read The Fifth Mountain. It was another narrator, but it was still good. And The Fifth Mountain is a story about, I didn't realize what I was getting into. It's a fictional account of the prophet Elijah, believe it or not, and kind of tries to expand on the story. You read a little bit about him in the Bible, and you hear of his trials and you know the things that the challenges that he faced. And this is an expanded version of that tale. I can't tell you that I set out to listen to or to consume a book like this, but I found it quite enjoyable. And so if anybody is looking for a read that kind of veers towards Christian, but is fictionalized at the same time,
I would enjoy
then
that. I
then
think
that's a good book for you.
Yeah.
that is so cool. I'm gonna make sure I look that one up. I hope it's an audio book.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely have
Surely.
some. Like if you're Audible, yeah, you can get it on Audible for sure.
Well, that sounds really awesome, y'all. And we are cruising through this podcast
Can you
today.
believe
I mean, completely
The Fifth
cruising.
Mountain.
And speaking of cruising,
Uh-oh.
that's
Yes.
what we're talking about on our Jet Set Gems section. So,
I really got to make these. interstitials
right.
The sound effects I'm giving are not good enough.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's great for what we're working with. And to be transparent, I've never been on a cruise, so I'm definitely a listener for this section. What about you, Ryan? Have you ever been on a cruise?
Never been on a cruise once, and don't know that I have the inclination to be on one. To be
Oh,
honest.
well, let
Yeah.
me just tell you.
I'm a travel agent who gets a commission from Carnival.
Right.
Let
She
me
must,
just tell you.
Because she can sell it, y'all.
Yes, because let me tell y'all why cruises are great. Now, I know some people feel like, there's too much water. I have family members say, there's more water than I can drink. Yeah, I get it. But when you're out there, you don't even realize a lot of times that you're on water. You forget that you're on water until you go up, on a deck, and you're outside. And of course, that's all you see is water. But let me tell you why cruises are such an ideal way to get away. One, you can take them for as short as 3 days. You can cruise somewhere. You can take them for even longer than that. If you want. I wouldn't suggest a very long cruise if this is your first one. We did that, and it was like, oh my gosh! By the 5th day, we were so ready to be back, at home. But when you pay for a cruise, and the prices are comparable. I mean, when you look at everything that's included, it really is a very cost-effective way to vacation. Because when you pay your fee for your cruise, your room is included, your food is included, and you can eat all day long. I mean, and there are so many options for food. Your entertainment is included. I mean, every day they will deliver a sheet to your room. It's like you have a little mailbox on the outside of your cabin. And every night they'll put in the schedule for the next day. Also on the Carnival, I know on the Carnival app, you can go in and choose, just like you make out your schedule for college classes, you can go in and you can choose all the stuff from it start at 7 o'clock or at 8 o'clock, all the way to that night to the last things happening. There's a whole menu of things that you can do that they have going on. It wasn't the last time, the time before that, because I think we've cruised maybe 4 times already this year. Mm-hmm.
Wow,
And,
full time.
the third time we cruised, we participated in the Love and Marriage show. Y'all, they are their shows on Carnival anyway. Their shows are fantastic. So we were the longest married couple in the audience on the day that they did the Love and Marriage show.
Wow.
And so we automatically had a seat if we wanted to participate of the 3 couples who were going to be competing. So then they choose the youngest, who's been married the shortest amount of time, and so they bring them, bring that couple up. And then the couple in the middle, the shortest married, the oldest married, the couple in the middle, they make people compete to get up on stage. Y'all, it was so wild. So they had to kiss one another, and then the audience voted on who did it the best.
Oh my gosh.
That was hilarious. But anyway, so that person gets elected, and so we're all sitting on stage, and our chairs, are back to back, husband and wife, and we have our little notepad, that we have to write our answers on, and they ask some crazy questions, y'all.
Of course they did.
And then in the end, it's like there's no really true winner or loser, because everybody gets the ship on a stick. They make a joke out of that, you get this little trophy, and it's a ship that's really on like a stick. And that's your prize for coming on. But anyways, there's stuff that goes on all day. The comedy shows are wonderful. And everything's paid for. I mean, as you just go in, and you get your seat. They have a sail away party where everybody is out on the deck, and there's the DJ and the food, and everybody's dancing because everybody's excited to get away from their work and probably their families, and they are just ready to let it rip and have a good time. And so they're all out there, and it's just a huge party. And then that night they have the opening show, which is their formal kind of entertainment show. And they have the singers and the dancers, and that can kind of fluctuate. This last cruise, they were really, really good. Not always they're great, but this time they were really good. But a caveat in that is, so most cruise ships will automatically add a tip amount per person to your bill. And a lot of people don't realize, how much that can be when they're booking their trip, and then they get on there and they're like, oh my God. Well, the night before you dock, coming back home, you can just go down to customer service and tell them that you want that removed from your bill, and they'll remove it. I mean, they just put it on there by default, but you can have it removed. And then you can, Lawrence and I, we tip the people in the dining room. We tip, the guy or the girl, whoever, is cleaning our room every day. We tip them directly. Because when you pay that amount, they don't give but a very little bit, because they split it between so many people.
Right.
Another thing to note too is that if you are cruising on Carnival, you're packing up your clothes, your stuff is getting wrinkled. When the tip to remember is, when you get there, while everybody is, get checked in as early as you can, while everybody's on the deck and, already starting to drink and party and eat, go bring your luggage with you. Don't get it checked in and have them deliver it. While everybody's doing that, go to the laundry room. Find out where the laundry room is on your floor. Go to the laundry room and start ironing your stuff so that you won't get stuck behind, everybody else figuring out at the last minute that there are no irons in your room, and you can't bring an iron on. You can't bring a steamer on.
Right.
You can't bring that stuff on. They will confiscate it and give it back to you at the end of the cruise. And so you have to share the ironing board in the laundry room.
Did you
or
say
you could,
confiscate?
yeah, they will take it until you get ready to get off, because you can't plug it in the room. And so check those rules and make sure that you understand what the rules are. And another thing, they do have a laundry facility, so if you want to have them to iron your stuff, you can pay to do that, or you can go down to the ironing board and do it. if you're cruising on Royal Caribbean, there's no laundry room.
Oh wow.
You
so just
have to send it to get it ironed on the ship,
Wow.
and you will be paying for it. And the difference to me, I've only sailed Royal Caribbean and Carnival. Carnival is truly the party cruise, and they brand themselves as that. I mean, they really are. You see some wild stuff
Okay.
on Carnival Cruise Line. Royal Caribbean is the more chill, older crowd. You know, the cabins are nicer. You know, although you're not gonna spend very much time in them anyways. But if you want to go back to your room and say, "Ooh," you know, you can do that.
Royal Caribbean might be a little bit higher in price too. You think?
Probably. And you know, and the ship is. I mean, both ships are beautiful. Royal Caribbean, it's just a very different vibe, a very different crowd. And we sailed Carnival first, then sailed Royal Caribbean. Then we went back to Carnival and tried Guy Fieri, I think that's his name, Guy Fieri, the little spiky hair, the little guy that, he has a restaurant on Carnival Cruise Lines that sell his burgers. Man, they are so good. Oh, y'all, and on the ship in different stations, they have the ice cream machines. I'm telling you, I never eat ice cream as much as I do when we're sailing. And they have like the chocolate, vanilla, and then the swirl, and then they have strawberry and the chocolate, and then the swirl. Man, and it's open all night. Pizza all night. I mean, prepare to gain some weight, so you know, fast or something before you head out. But a very, very cost-effective way to get away.
So we want to do a pop quiz for you. You did not know that this was happening. That's why it's called a pop quiz. The pop quiz is I'm going to show you some images, and I want you to tell me if it's representative or not of what you would experience on
the
a
cruise.
Okay, so here we go. This is image number 1, and everybody's seeing this now. It's look like we're at a port of some sort. There's sandy beaches and so on. Have you been on a cruise that did something like this? Or is this
No, because
completely
when
fictitious?
I mean, not in my experience, because when you dock anywhere, it's a whole gangway. I mean, it's, you know, you don't come off the ship in something like that. I mean, there's no way for them to let the gangway down for people to come off and on. I mean, and then also you wouldn't see like nothing there. You would see shops, you know, people selling stuff. You would see booths and all of that.
Right. So, I mean, again, this is the internet. You know, just maybe somebody did an AI version of what they thought a cruise ship would look like at a dock at a port of call. Maybe this does exist, but see, this is what I want. So if I can't have this, I'm not going.
You can get off the ship.
Picky celebrity Ryan
You
has
can get
that
off the
first
ship and
class.
go to the beach,
Yeah.
but they're not gonna like pull up on the shore like that.
Okay. So that was number 1. Let's look at number 2. All right. Again, this is probably AI generated as
No,
well.
I mean they do have ships that look like that. The
Wow.
last ship that we were on had this huge slide.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really cool.
Wow.
And some of these ships are getting really fancy with the stuff that they have on there. Some of them have, you know, the little, what you call it, the
Like a zip line?
zip line, yeah.
Okay. Cruise picture number 3.
That is what the sail away party looks like,
Wow.
y'all. All of those people. Yes, could you tell? I need to know. Yeah. That is what it looks like when sail away is when the ship pulls off from the shore. You know, starting the cruise. And they have it, you know, people are out there, they're on what they call the Lido deck, and they're just having a good time.
I love it.
Nice, very nice. Okay.
And they and another thing to remember too, they don't serve. I said all your food and drinks, you know, is comes with your not alcohol and not soft drinks. You do have to pay for those.
Can't
They
get
have
your
juice.
traditional sangria if that's an all
I can
inclusive.
get it, but I have to pay for it.
You were talking
But
about
see,
zip lines. Here
Yep,
you go right here.
yep.
Whoa.
So that's cool.
Yep.
Have you been on one?
Nope.
Okay, don't plan to.
I would like to.
Okay.
I just have not.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. And then picture number 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Is this what the food
Yep.
might look
And
like?
here's the kicker. You get the food, and probably you know you're not gonna eat it, but you pile your plate up anyways just because it's there.
Yep. Because your eyes are
So many,
big.
there's so much food waste, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, really and truly, it's ridiculous. But yes, that is
It could look
true
like
to
that.
life, yes.
Okay, and I think I have one more picture of food to show you. And this could be from anywhere. It looks like just a spread.
Probably the captain's dinner.
Okay.
Yep. I've never done that because that is a serious upcharge on that. I don't have to eat with the captain, but that spread does look better.
All right. Well, awesome. That's great. That's great. Well, thank you for telling us about it. I'm a little more excited than I was prior to talking to you. So you just charge a commission to whoever.
I know Carnival
cruising with.
need to give me a discount. They have
Really?
a station where they mix drinks, and I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's something ologist, but it's not mixologist. It's something else. But so there's no set drinks. You can go and just make up a drink,
Wow.
or
Yes.
tell them to make up a drink based on what you think you like.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's really cool.
Sounds good. All right. All right. Well, I think
Yeah.
we covered that segment well.
Yeah,
And we have some tips and tricks along the way from the cruise master.
That's
so.
right.
that's it.
Good
That's
to
it.
hear. That's our last segment, y'all.
Well,
So
it's our last segment.
Wow.
We need to make sure that we give credit where credit's due, so we want to put this up there. Monroe's
Thank
on
you.
North 19th. Make sure that you come check it out. They have been great hosts.
Yes.
We've been served very well, and I'm assuming that. We're probably full, but then again, sometimes when the food is that good, you just want more.
you could
Yeah.
eat more for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So either way, come visit, check it out. They have served lunch, they serve dinner, and it's
Eat
a
local.
fantastic. Yeah, eat local. It's a fantastic atmosphere, and you don't want to miss it.
Yep.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Rose.
so we'll be back with you in 2 weeks, but on a Monday.
Yes.
All righty. Y'all have
Bye,
a great
y'all.
week.